Assalamu alaikum teachers. In this video we'll look at how to use Google Docs on Google Classroom to create resources and assignments for students and how students will use these resources and assignments. So at Happy Home we create all our resources in the resource room. So this would be done in the resource room. First we'll create an assignment. Let's say it's English story writing. We'll put the title, then we'll put the instructions. Now because we're using Google Docs, we'll have to mention that in the instructions clearly. Here you can see that we've written after the live session, write a story of 3 paragraphs, topic. Now this is important. Complete your work in the Google Doc attached in My Work, and you'll see that when students open this assignment, they'll have a My Work box. Your work will automatically be saved. When you are done, click turn in. There is no need to upload anything else. And let's say this is ungraded. Due date will be decided when reusing in classrooms, and topic is English for now. Again, this is all decided when every class teacher recreates in her classroom. Now let's make the Google Doc for the students. Create doc. Let's give it the proper title so it's easy for the students and for us. Let's put the heading. And we can copy paste the instructions and the questions so that students again are reminded of what to do. Now that we've made these changes, everything is automatically saved. We can close this. The most important thing is to change students can view file to make a copy for each student. This makes sure that each student will get their own copy of Google Doc to work on. If you do students can view file, there will only be one file that students cannot edit. They can only see it. If you do students can edit file, there will only be one file, and all students who have access to this assignment will be able to edit that one file. That's why it's very important to make a copy for each student. This is the most important step. And then we would click assign. But let's say you want to also give the students a resource, for example, story writing tips. For that, we can create a view-only Google Doc so that students can only read it and then they can do their work in their own copy. Let's create another Google Doc. We can name it resource story writing tips. We can add the text. This is just an example, and we can see everything is saved. These are the tips we want students to read before attempting the assignment. For example, it's a resource. Once we're done, we can close it. And this one should be students can view file, because we don't want them to edit or write anything. We just want to give them tips. And it doesn't have to be Google Doc. You can upload a PDF. You can give a website. I'm just showing you another way to use Google Docs. When you assign the work, the titles will automatically come that you set in the Google Docs. So just to recap, one Google Doc, we've created a resource for students to read tips. And the second one, we've created the Google Doc in which they will do their work. And very importantly, we did make a copy for each student. Now let's assign this. And here we can see that it's been created. Let's quickly look at this from student view, just so that you get an idea of what the student will see. Here I am in the class as a student. The student will go to classwork, they'll see the story writing. And here you can see that the resource is here with the question, and the copy that we made for the student to work on and turn in is in your work box. Your work, if you've seen any of the tutorial videos for students on assignment submission, is where all work is submitted, or where you click turn in or mark as done. So they can follow your instruction, and here we would have had to add instructions about resource. They can read this, and as you can see, there's no option for editing this. And then after they've done everything live session resource, they can go and do their work. The name of the student is sample student, that's why this is coming, but whatever the name of the child is will come here. And here they can start writing their answer. And as you can see, everything is automatically saved. When the child is done, they can click turn in here, or they can close it and click turn in here, turn in, and they are done. So remember, if you are giving Google Docs to students to work on, it is very important to make a copy for each student. It's the most important step. We'll quickly show you the final settings from the teacher view. Remember, we made one resource which was view only, and the Google Doc in which each child will work, we set the setting of each student will get a copy. It's important to set that because you cannot edit it later. I hope this was helpful. Thank you.